like this. And we'll take one block, place the block right between the thighs. So it's going to look like this. So you want it flat, okay? And then the next thing you're going to do is take the other block and place it between the ankles. And that's super important too. Okay, so right here, tuck your toes under. You're in tabletop pose, fingers are spread out nice and wide, shoulders are over the wrists. Feel the belly pressing up against the spine so that your back is supported and your lower abdominals are engaged. On the inhale, press up so that you're in floating table. Good. So you're going to do inhale 1, 2, and 3. Good. Lower it down. Nice. So the reason why I have this between the ankles, the blocks between the ankles, is just for alignment's sake. I want you to feel what it feels like to keep all of the muscles on the inner part of your leg engaged and not rolling outward. So we're going to do that floating table again, and we're holding it for 3 breaths. Fingers spread out wide, pushing the floor away from you, abdominals against the spine, and then press the knees up. Good. So you don't want the tailbone lifting like this. You want the tailbone reaching for the back of the mat so your spine is long. Then, and in this position, when the tailbone is reaching for the back of the mat, you will not feel anything in your lower back. If you are feeling anything in your lower back, it means your abdominals are not engaging. And while you're here floating, just hold it with me. I know it's longer than 3 breaths, but this is great core work. So while you're here floating in the floating table, you want your thighs pressing inwards too, and that helps engage the pelvic floor. Good, now lower down. All right, so we're going to remove the blocks because I want you to be able to recreate that same sensation without the block there. Can you find your inner thighs, engage your inner thighs without the proprioceptive feedback? Okay, shoulders are over the wrists. Again, tailbone is reaching for the back of the mat. Abdominals are engaged. Your thighs, your inner thighs are firing up. And then you lift up. Good, so now we're going to do something different right here. So we're going to slide back. See how my knees stayed level and my tailbone is reaching for the back of the mat, not going up. Slide forward. Slide back. 2. Slide back. 3. Slide back. 4. Slide back. 5. Knees to the ground. Very nice. Pull back, stretch out the arms, roll the wrists, give the wrists some love, and then let it go. Good. Now we're going to come up to tabletop and we're doing the next sequence. So the first thing we're going to do, tabletop, come up to plank, shoulders are over the wrists. Again, the inner thighs are engaged. From here, press up, down dog. Plank. You can go down to tabletop and then pull back, child's pose. We'll do that again. Tabletop, plank, down dog, tabletop, plank, and tabletop, down dog. Next level, tabletop, plank, down dog, plank, floating table, hips pull back. Tabletop, plank, down dog, plank, floating table, hips pull back. Plank, down dog, tabletop, child's pose, tabletop, down dog. Tabletop, plank, down dog, plank, floating table, hips pull back. Tabletop, plank, down dog, plank, floating table, hips pull back. Plank, down dog, tabletop, child's pose, tabletop, down dog.